I've always found it really interesting how video games make really mundane tasks fun. Like Power Wash Simulator, House Flipper 2, Lottle. There's a lot of examples, but those are some of my favourite. It's always really interested me how, if someone were to power wash in real life, it probably wouldn't feel as fun as it does in the game. Or, for example, I've been painting walls back home. It doesn't feel as fun as House Flipper, and House Flipper is one of my favourite games. So what makes it so much different? The key differences are quite simple and quite basic, but stop it from feeling like a chore. Number one, you have a choice. You're not being forced to play Power Wash Simulator, or at least I hope you're not being forced to play Power Wash Simulator if you don't want to. You're not forced to renovate houses in House Flipper, but if you're moving and the house needs work, you're kind of forced to do that. Or if you've got something really dirty you need to clean, you're kind of forced to do that. You're forced to do dishes, you're forced to, pick up litter, you're forced to do all these things that you might necessarily not want to do. You're given a choice. Another reason, it looks cute. Lord or not, key example of that. That game is so adorable. The little guys, this thing's my favourite thing in the world. I love this guy. So cute. In person, that doesn't really happen. I don't really see these very often. I think it also acts as kind of a source of relaxation because the tasks that are kind of given to you in these games are relatively normal, simple, mundane tasks, like cleaning a window, cleaning mysterious floor stains. These tasks are very simple. I think the fact that these tasks are things that we have seen in person or personally experienced kind of adds to that sense of accomplishment, because you most likely know how happy you feel after you finish doing one of those tasks in real life. So then when you do one of those tasks in a game, you get the same kind of dopamine hit, or at least I do. It's kind of familiarity with the tasks, kind of it's relaxing because there's literally no way you can do it wrong. Power Wash Simulator, you're doing the same thing over and over again. You're power washing. It tells you the controls at the start, and you go for it, and you do it the whole game, and nothing goes wrong. Everything goes as expected all the time, which does not happen in real life. And I think that's part of the reason that these games are so successful, because they're immersive. You get kind of dopamine hits every time you do something. You're rewarded with a cute little noise, like a ding, or like a money. You get rewarded with money in House Flipper. That's pretty good. I wish I could get money for painting a wall. And you know what? I probably could if I go and do that. But that's way more taxing than sitting at my desk and opening Steam. That's another thing. It's easier. And it takes less effort and energy and time. And I feel like that's really appealing. When you play a game as well, it's kind of different than if you were to do a chore in real life, because it's framed differently, right? In a game, it's kind of framed as like a whimsical little mission that you have to do, Like, oh, let me clean up this family's disgusting fucking house. Let me judge every stain on the floor. But in person, it's most likely your own house, and you know the origin of the stains, and no one has the energy to power wash for like 4 hours straight in person. At least I don't. No one has the energy to renovate a whole house in like a few hours. But give me House Flipper and give me 2 hours, I will smash it. I will make the best house you've ever seen. Gemma, if you're watching this, next invitation will get me on that. I'll do really great. With games like House Flipper and Power Wash Simulator, you also kind of get instant feedback and kind of instant gratification for your work. Like in Power Wash Simulator, you'll get these little texts and they'll be like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And it'll happen when you start cleaning like a specific place or like a specific area on a map. And it's kind of like you're being acknowledged for what you're doing. Maybe if I had to clean and there was like a little man in my ear saying like, oh, this is great, and like telling me lore about the world, I'd probably want to clean. If that was the case. Perspective is definitely a big thing. Like I mentioned about framing before, real life chores feel like maintenance. They feel like you have to do them. But these kind of games act as an escape with kind of instant feedback, instant gratification, nice music. It's calm. There's no pressure. If you do something wrong, they're not going to punish you. They're not going to yell at you. Nothing bad will happen. It's chill. It makes your brain happy. It's just this instant feedback and these kind of instant rewards. Everything you do is rewarded. If I were to buy myself a little treat every time I did a mundane task, I would have no money. But with games, they can do that. You've just renovated a whole house. Here you go, sell it for millions of fake money, so then you can keep doing it and the dopamine can keep coming to you like in a cycle. Oh, you just power washed the whole pool. Get a little ping. Oh, isn't that nice? You got a bing, 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 bing. Just clean this reef. Look at how happy these creatures are now. You can buy them little toys and you can cook them little meals. Isn't this cute? In person, it doesn't work like that. But yeah, those are just some things I was thinking about when I was kind of playing one of these games. I was playing Lord or Not, and I was kind of thinking about how these games have such a grip on me and how these games turn things that would in real life be incredibly mundane and boring into really fun, whimsical little things, you know? And I just found it really interesting to kind of think about, and I hope you found it interesting. I hope you did. Let me know which camera's better. I like this one. I enjoy the graininess. It makes me feel like I'm like in a dungeon, and I like that. I fuck with that.